And I should be live. Welcome everyone to 5 a.m. Lego. Now at 5:02 a.m. Very close today, guys. I don't know what happened. I woke up at like 4:30. Clark was actually up, and he came into our bedroom and he's like, "I have to go to the bathroom." Just go. So he's back asleep again, thankfully. But I kind of got up, woke up a little bit, got around. And by the time I got down here, it was like 3 minutes until the show starts. And there's like some things that have to happen in order for like this to happen. So I need to figure out a process here. I think I need to make like a thumbnail first of all and just have it so I can just click a button and then we'll be good to go. But I want to welcome everyone in to the stream. Haza's here, Kagil's here, of course, Jack, Deepak, same old crew every single morning. They're all here. Brad's here. I should have known Brad was going to be here. Welcome. Donut Guy is failing always. Uh, we got AJ. Mark is here, at least for a little bit. And Red's here. Diesel Harvey. Welcome. I did. He said, say hi to me. Done. Any other requests? I'm gonna try to build some of this Technic set. When I stopped streaming yesterday, I was like, I had this out in front of me. I did some organization. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I had this all nicely organized now, unlike yesterday. And I was like, well, let me just build a couple more steps. And I just kind of kept going, and I was enjoying it. I find that for me, we can go even crazy here. For me, building Lego Technic, I think is more fun when you're not doing it on a live stream, because it takes a lot of energy on my part to try to do this and try to chat and do all of this stuff that's involved in doing this. I'm just really bad at multitasking is what I'm saying. I'm sure there's people out there that build Technic could do this with their eyes closed. But for me, like, it kind of needs to become one of those things where you're like, you got everything in on it. And when I stopped streaming it, I was just like having such an easy time and putting it together, and everything was good. Like, I have suspension here. Why'd I switch screens? I have suspension on the side of this now, and the steering works. Like, we made some good progress. I made more progress in like the 10 minutes after I was done streaming than the hour that I built this for yesterday. So, it's one of those things. But I thought, you know what? I'm sitting here. Why don't I just work on a little something with it, and we'll see how far we can get. And if we don't get far at all, at least we had a nice conversation. We hung out with you guys and chatted and had just I think what could be some fun together, even if the set doesn't get done. I do have to thank Diesel Harvey, who I said hello to, just donated $1 Australian to me. Oh, I'm going to take that to Australia when I come visit. I'm going to bring it to your house, bring it right back to you. Bricky Platypus is here. Welcome, sir. Thank you for stopping in. We got a lot of peeps with us here today. I'm going to try to move some things around here, and then I guess we'll get in order here for the build. And we'll try our best. My placeholder, I'll get you guys a camera that you can actually see some things on. How about that? How about this one? And we'll just see what comes of this. Maybe if I can move this around. See, this is the I need a standard issue setup, because the struggle is real, my friends. But I think you can probably see what I'm doing there. You can see all my pieces. We'll make do. We'll make do. Brian says, I totally haven't been working in homework all night, and I totally don't have to get ready for school in an hour. Oh, did you do an all-nighter? I hope you didn't, man. That's not good. Oh, I'm building an engine. I knew I saved the perfect part for this morning. I was like, you know what? I should do at 5 o'clock in the morning, right when I start my show. I should build an engine. That's what I should do. Because, why not? I'm really struggling with the cameras, though, guys. Really am today. Welcome to 5 a.m. Lego. It's just a show where a guy moves a bunch of cameras around and tries to figure out something that'll actually work. I think that'll work. Yeah, it is 5:06 a.m. It certainly is. I'm trying to decide whether I should do these at 5 or 6 o'clock. I'm telling you guys, like, there is no life hack here. I mentioned that I'm missing pieces. I ended up getting up at like 4 something in the morning, but by like dinner time, I'm pretty much pooched. So I lose on the evening. I might gain in the morning, but I lose in the evening. Oh no, Clark Man's up. Hey, Bubs. We got a Clark Man spotting. How you doing today, Bubs? You don't know? How's your throat?
Good.
Okay. It would be good if you got some more sleep, though, because it's only 5 o'clock in the morning. Struggle. You can do whatever you want, though. Miguel says he just got done unloading their delivery truck just in time for the stream. Well, Miguel, thank you for coming here, brother. I appreciate that. Some random Domino says, don't make a mistake, otherwise you will regret it. I know, dude. I've done it on Technic builds, and you don't want that to happen. And this is what I'm talking about right here. We've got this whole struggle that's happening here. I got to try to line these up and make sure that they all work out. So we'll do our best. I'll try to chat with you guys while I'm doing this, and we'll get like 2 steps done in this entire thing. Mark says, did you manage to get your new specs? I did. I got them yesterday, and I'm pretty happy with them. They're very comfortable, and I think it was a sound investment, so I'm pretty happy with that. Clarkman's going into his next build. Where's this yellow piece that I need? Oh, there it is. Where's next bag? We should have this all done today. At least his part of it will be done. It's a brickitect video. Matt wants to know, big question. This is a big question. Do we eat before or after the 5 a.m. stream? I never eat. I don't really eat breakfast, so I don't eat before. I kind of just get up. The only thing I really have is water. I don't drink coffee or any of that stuff. Brad says, good morning, Clarkman. The artist says, enjoying that build. Are you building it yourself, or are you asking? I'm enjoying this build so far. I hope you are. Maybe you build it and you enjoyed it when you build it. It's going to get a little loud here for a second, guys. What time am I ending the stream today? Sophia wants to know. I don't know if I'm ending at 6. I could end it at 5:15. It really just depends on what I'm feeling. If I feel like the stream ran its course, if I'm out of things to talk about, if the chat really isn't vibing that day, that's just kind of when I end it. So it really is, it could be anything. It could be any number of reasons that I end it. I could have this go for 2 hours. I could have it go for 2 minutes. I don't really have a set schedule, and I don't necessarily want to stream just because it's like, oh, I have to stream until 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever. It literally is just, that's the time that it ends, is when I feel like it should end. And I think that's good. You don't want to overstay your welcome. Chris says he hopes you're feeling better, Clark, man. We gotta, let me move this cam out so you guys can see Clark, man, a little bit more. See what he's got going on over there. I need like a third camera. It all changes when Clark Man wakes up. You guys can see his build back there too. It's kind of cool, eh?
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah, bud.
I had a bad dream last night.
What'd you have a dream about?
Wow. It's like a big war and stuff.
You had a what?
I had a dream where I was like running out of war and stuff.
Running out of what?
I was running around like this field where there's bad guys.
Oh, a war. I thought you said water. Okay.
And then like this big standing up horse on 2 legs started walking up, and it's like, and like I had literally closed my eyes because I'm so scared. There's this skeleton down there. It's kind of Minecraft related too. I blew up a Minecraft house, and then that's when like the war started. But I'm like trying to sing like that Ghostbusters song. Like I sang the part, I'm not afraid no ghosts, and then the horse is like, I'm like that.
Holy. Does my comment show up? Asked Daniel. Yes. In some part of cyberspace, it certainly does. Chris asked that I should end the stream at 6:38. I'm not sure in the significance of that, but it's a possibility. We could end it then. Right now, I'm building the Ford F-150 Raptor, which if you didn't see yesterday's stream, I got all the bags back in here, so it's a little heavy, but this is what it is. This is a gift from Julian. Sent this to us. And Clark is finishing the Panasonic Jaguar Speed Champion set, which is all of the blue and black that you see there behind us. When is the 7 p.m. Clark building another small set coming up? That show is done. This is the one that I want to do. I want to do the 5 a.m. Lego one. And I know it's a kind of a bummer for some people because I get messages like Papa Bear messaged yesterday, left a comment saying that he's bummed that he can't make it to these because he lives in California. And even though that he gets up at 4 a.m., that would be 7 a.m. our time. So him just waking up, in most cases, that's usually when we are like, the stream is either wrapping up or over it by 7. So it kind of sucks in that regard, but it's really hard to cater to everyone because everyone has different schedules, right? Like some people are up really early, some people are up late. It just doesn't work out for timing. So what I have determined that is the best thing to do is just to stream whenever's convenient for me or the best for me. Right now it feels like 5 o'clock. I'm debating whether to make it 6 a.m. to give me more time to sleep, first of all, more time to prepare, more time to get up. Thinking about changing the name of it even to just like the brickitect morning show or something. That way there is really no time. It can kind of just start whenever. But I do like the idea of having a schedule. I do like the 5 o'clock thing. I like that I could start my day then. And even if I do want to stream for 2 hours, like if everything is going like really well, I could stream for 2 hours and it's still only 7 a.m., which is awesome. Jose says 5 a.m. and Clark is up. Respect. Yeah, he's not feeling great. He's kind of sick right now. So he woke up really early and was enticed to come down. So we got Clark Man working on a set. I'm building the pistons of a Ford F-150 Raptor. I don't know if it gets any better than that, honestly. Chris has a win of the day already. Had an interview for a potential promotion at work yesterday. Got a Jurassic Park gate and Monkey Kid Mech. Oh man, Chris, you're living life's dreams right now. I hope you get the promotion. I hope you enjoy the gate. I hope you enjoy that beautiful dinosaur. The Monkey Kid Mech, pretty cool too. You're gonna enjoy all that. Hey, Felix is here, Clark man. I don't know if Clark cares, Felix. He gave you a wave. You get like a little this. That's all Felix gets. Clark's not feeling great, Felix. Don't take any personal offense to it. Jack begs me, please, 5 a.m. so people in Australia can watch. I think the only real win here is if we do like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Then we can capture a whole group of people that are waking up at different times or going to bed at different times. Yeah, I think Chris is going to get the promotion. If not him, who could possibly do it better than Chris? That's what I want to know. I hope Chris said that in his interview yesterday. I hope he walked in and he just didn't even answer any of the questions they asked. He's just like, who could do it better than me? And they're just like, they jotted on their notepad, and that's what it became. He just ended the interview because they knew the truth, and that Chris was the man for the job. All right, I'm going to try to put these pistons inside this engine here without causing any kind of trouble. Are we all good here? That's that way. That's that way. I love the way that they do this. So it's like a 1-to-1 scale. I don't know if I can show this to you. I'm running out of cable for some reason. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see here, this is like a 1-to-1 scale. And if you match that up on there, you know your pistons are all going to be right inside the engine, which I built half of it so far. And I remember doing this for the Bugatti, and it was kind of neat. I've just really been digging Technic lately, but it's not something that you should do while you're multitasking, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. But that's okay. We're going to drop those in. I don't think anyone's really here for the build anyway, so I thought, why not, right? Chris says, I hope so. Andy's here. Good morning, Andy. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Brickbinder says to feel better, Clark, man. And he appreciates you joining him. You got a thumb up, Brickbinder. What are you doing up, Brickbinder? Or Brick Badger. Oh my gosh. I'm getting you confused with one of my other friends. My brain's moving. I don't know if my mouth's moving faster than my brain or what's happening. Brick Badger. I think we answered what are we building. Yeah, Clark's building the Speed Champion set. I should just put that in like the description or something. I don't know what's actually going to happen in the shows, so I don't, I don't really put much of anything in there. So it's if you wonder what we're building, this is a Ford F-150 Raptor, the orange one from Technic, and that is a Speed Champion set over there. So we're working on cars. And McCarthy just joined. What set are you building? There you go. Perfect timing. I should probably just do like a little announcement. So if you guys are wondering, you don't have to be fearful of being like, oh, he already answered that, because I know people are coming in at different times, and you just see a pile of pieces there, and you're like, what the heck could that possibly be? What are all those Technic pieces doing there? Well, it's going to be a Ford F-150 Raptor one of these days. This is a gift from King Julius, or Julian, as he's known in IRL. And I thought I would work on it. I was hesitant to do another stream of this because I was like, dang, that took me forever to build yesterday, just that little part. But I thought, if we're here at 5 o'clock in the morning, this is what I want to do. So I might as well just go ahead. And if it takes me forever, it takes me forever. Haza says, hope you're feeling better, Clark, man. I was sick at school, and tomorrow I have to been sent home. Missed out on learning Indonesian, though. I don't know if that's good. He has a smiley face, so I guess that's a good thing. I guess that'd be the equivalent of us forgetting or not having to take English class. Regardless, it sucks to be sick or to have a cold or sore throat. No matter what, it's like, oh, shoot. Daniel wants to know, how about the new camera? Returned? Oh, well, you're going to have to stay tuned. There's a whole saga taking place on Greg's World. You have to stay tuned for that if you want to see the real deal, what's going on. But since you're here, I did end up ultimately returning it. I just didn't see the $2,600 of quality coming out of it. Like my camera that I have right now is like let's just say that's a 9 out of 10, which, it's all debatable. You could probably get something much better. But let's just say it's a 9 out of 10. That camera was like a 10 out of 10. And is that extra point worth that much money? I don't think so. So I'm trying something else out. I'm thinking about going to a GoPro for a vlogging camera. I talked a bit about this yesterday as everyone leaves. Just kidding, of course. But there's a lot of things to be said about the features and qualities of a GoPro that I'm really enticed by. And the fact that it's only $400 with like a GoPro membership, and they replace it for like, I think the first year, if anything happens to it, no questions asked. It just seems like a really good deal. And it shoots in 5.3K. So I could like shoot it in 5.3K and then like upload all my videos in 4K. It'd be so crispy. But there's 2 more cameras coming out this month that I want to see before I do anything. And the one is the DJI Osmo Action 2, which is the competitor to GoPro. The other one is the Google Pixel 6, which is just a cell phone. But it might be like godlike. And I'm not an Android guy, but I would use an Android phone as a camera if I could get the best quality out of it. Because the truth of the matter is, I enjoy videos from people that have pretty poor quality. Not necessarily even the Lego space. Like, I'm not calling anyone out. But there's this guy that does, like, he's like an artist, but also does home improvements that I watch. And I think he just films on a regular cell phone. Like, the quality's not great. The audio's okay. But I like the content. I like what he's doing. I like him personally. And because of that, and this is what I need to realize, because of that, none of the other stuff really matters. Like, sure, I think when I watch it, I'm like, man, it'd be better if he had, like, a good microphone on him. It'd be better if he had a slightly better camera. Like, if only he used the camera that I use, like, his videos look so much better. But it doesn't keep me from watching it. And I wouldn't, like, unsubscribe because he doesn't have the best tech or whatever. So, that's my thoughts on it. I guess, ultimately, if you're like me and you're always looking at, like, new equipment or whatever, it's not nearly as important as what the story is. And that's the thing to remember. Even if there is no story, if it's just like, hey, I typically share my days and this is my day. If you film that with this, that, or the other, it's what you're sharing. And Daniel confirms not worth $2,600. I'm glad, because you'll see it go back in a returned it Friday, I think. So you'll see that go back. I debated it for a bit. That's the problem with having my videos out so much later. When I ask you guys like what you think about this, it's like already too late now that I'm thinking about it. I had to make the decision for myself.
Dad, you're doomed.
Doomed, I know.
Look.
What?
Ding.
Oh, there's 4 stickers on that step. Okay, let me get caught up in the chat, then I'll put all your stickers on here, Clark, man. Mrs. Brickitect was okay with me getting that camera. She never really She doesn't really fight me on these things at all. It just, if it's something that I need for my business, I wish she would stop me, honestly, because I'm sometimes out of control, as you can tell. Does the brickitect family have any big winter plans besides Christmas? I don't think so. Like, I don't, there's nothing like groundbreaking that's happening. We were going to go to Disney in like winter of this year. I guess it'd be considered winter, but it'd be next year, early next year. But we'll see if that's even going to happen now with COVID kind of popping back up. We'll see what things are like in 4 or 5 months. Hazza says, why do you have ads before the start of your streams? It's annoying. Well, it's a thing called YouTube. I don't know if you've ever been on this platform before, but YouTube has ads, and ads are a great way for creators to earn revenue, especially if you are someone that does this for a living, someone that puts, let's just say, a lot of time into creating a show for people to enjoy and that they can partake in. And being that this is an unpaid platform and everything is free here, YouTube uses ads to cover the expenses of not only them hosting the videos, but as an incentive for creators to put the time and effort into this to make it something worthwhile. If you were to take away all those ads, which you can do by signing up for YouTube Premium, it is a much better viewing experience. I have YouTube Premium, and I consider it to be one of the best investments that I've made in 2021 because I haven't seen an ad since like February. But being that you don't pay for this and there's no mandatory fee to get in, the ads are kind of like a way of supporting a creator in a mandatory way as opposed to a voluntary way. Like a voluntary way of supporting a creator would be becoming a member. And I could make this members only chat. I could make this stream members only entirely. So that ad that you see is kind of a way for this to stay free for everyone. Is it the best thing to do? I don't know. Would it be better to make it members? I don't know. But I want to give people like you, maybe a younger person, someone that doesn't have access to money or the ability to become a member, I want to give you the ability to be here and be a part of this. So when you watch that ad, just think this is kind of like my admission, just like it is on all the videos that you watch on YouTube. Do you question the creator on a YouTube video that you watch that has an ad that runs before it? Probably not. You just know that that's the norm. But I will say, if anyone out there has $10 a month or whatever it costs, consider signing up for YouTube Premium. I'm not like affiliated with them. I don't get any money if you do it. It's just such a better experience on YouTube to not have ads before your videos, during your videos, after your videos. It's just so much better, especially with those like dual pre-rolls. Bud, why don't you go upstairs and lay down for a little bit, okay?
All right. My throat's just really dry at the moment.
Yeah, go up and get a drink and then lay down a little bit. So that is, it's YouTube Premium in a nutshell for you guys. The tutorial that no one asked for, except for one person, I guess. But consider it. You will not regret it. I guess I'm converting people, and I converted I get Felix and Brad over, and Brad confirms YouTube Premium is the best. Hope that answers your question on why there's an ad before. But yeah, there's my answer. Let me see what else I missed here. I missed a ton of chat. If you say anything in the chat that needs my attention, just throw it back at me if you don't mind. That went longer than I anticipated. Oh, I'm on the 4 sticker gang here for Clark, man. I was like, let me get caught up in the chat and answer this question for the next 17 minutes. I'll do that sticker here in a minute. Stickers are no fun, and I don't want it to ruin my entire day. All right, let's get caught back up here. Deepak wants to know, do you still play Roblox? I don't know if I would use the word still, because when you play something one time and call it absolute garbage, I don't know if that's considered being a player of said game. That being said, I did download it for Xbox just to make another video called Does Roblox Still Suck? And I'm sure the answer is yes. And Brad, also another great benefit to YouTube Premium is the fact that you can use YouTube Music for free. So if you have Spotify and you want to drop that like a box of rocks and get way more value out of your $10 or whatever it costs, YouTube Premium has YouTube Music. And you can watch or listen to YouTube with your screen off, which is a benefit that I didn't realize that I liked as much as I do until I had it. And I'm like, oh, I can listen to this YouTube video like a podcast and my phone can be in my pocket or whatever while the YouTube video plays. I like that. Mark says, no body stickers before 6 a.m. I agree. We'll commemorate 6 a.m. hitting by putting stickers on Clark Man's set for him. We can't ruin our day that hard, right? And I got to flip this over to make sure we're actually putting this on. This is like one step per day. How's the Ford engine coming along? Well, that's not spinning, so that could be bad. Why are you not spinning? Did I do something wrong? This should be like flying through here. Why? This should be freely moving. We got to check this. Something is afoot here, guys. Maybe it isn't going to move. Oh, Sugar Shack. I see what I did. I'm glad you asked. I got to flip this over. This is going to be bad for me, probably. Somehow I got this on upside down, I think. Thank you for asking about my engine. I'm like, let me test it. Oh, the whole thing's put on upside down. I have like the whole head put on upside down. Hey, baby. There we go. Okay, crisis averted. Thank you to whoever asked about the engine. Jack says, Greg hasn't read anything I've said. Yeah, that's the other thing I guess I should explain to the younger kids about live streams. If your conversation that you have isn't necessarily relevant to what we're working on here, or the conversation that's taking place, if it's something random like, do you still play Roblox? And I understand as maybe a younger kid, that's like something that's really important to know. But as someone that's trying to host something like this, like a morning show or something that a lot of people with a lot of different interests are watching, just a random question like that, even though I answered it, it really doesn't progress the show forward at all. It doesn't like make a better experience for everyone. So if you're just randomly like saying like random stuff, maybe just for attention, and I know like with the younger folks, that's kind of what it's about. You don't really care what my favorite Lego set is. You just want me to read like your comment, and I get that. I think that'd be pretty darn cool if I was 10 years old and I had like a YouTuber that I really liked and they were live streaming, which wasn't even a possibility at that time for me. I would have been like just through the moon if they would have read my comment. And maybe when you're that age, you can't really participate in a conversation that's happening at like an adult level. So you're like, what am I going to say? How about, what are you buying the Lego Titanic? Send. And then there's a conversation taking place about whatever. Don't get upset then if that person, whether it's me or anyone else, doesn't read your question about the Lego Titanic because it's not really relevant to what's happening at the time. Now, if I was talking about the Lego Titanic and I was like, hey, here's the reasons why and why I don't like this set. And then you're like, hey, Greg, did you hear that the Lego Titanic can do this? That's so relevant to the conversation that would demand me, if I saw your comment, because there's a lot of comments to come through. There's about 14 or 15 comments that happen every 60 seconds on here with slow mode on. That would be something to respond to. Asking if I like Roblox when we're building a Lego set and having this conversation that we're having here. Not necessarily. And that's not to call anyone out that may have asked that. It's just, I hope you understand. And I'm trying to say it in the kindest way that I can to help. Because it's a conversation worth having, right? Brian says, maybe it's useful to look into something like Nightbot so you can create some commands for that. People in the chat could use those to avoid spam. I think what I would look into is members only chat. For example, this is what it could be like. Let me just show you guys. If I go to edit here, and if we come down to, so I have these all in a playlist. If you guys want to be a part of that, they're all available there. So we could switch this over, and I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. Like I can go on slow mode, and then I could go members only chat. So this is what it could be like. And I hate to lose all the other people that are chatting because I know a lot of people here enjoy the streams and want to be a part of it. But it could be a case, and I know some people, I've heard from people that don't watch the streams just because the chats are just too insane, you know? So we could go members only. It would make it way more peaceful here for me and make it easier for me to read the chats. Like I can literally read every message. So now it's members only. And what I find interesting about making it members only chat is all the kids that were seeking attention, like we were talking about earlier, which again is no problem at all. they're all going to leave now because they have no reason to watch. They weren't here necessarily to see what I'm building or to hear what we're talking about or to have fun or whatever. They're here simply to get that message out, and you'll see it happen. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Members only chat is also a nice way to support the streams too, because then you can become a member to become a part of the conversation if you want to. We can have like a personal conversation here. And now it's just, it's not quite as fun to me though necessarily because there's not a whole lot of people here, and it kind of ends the conversation what we're here for. So you can see all the people in the membership saying hi, but I'll switch it back over. I think we can have like a really good conversation here. At least I have the belief in that. I have the faith in you guys that we can do that. But if it is just a lot of people complaining that I'm not reading their message or talking about Roblox or whatever, that's not why I'm here. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this stream at the time that we're doing it at. Because I was hoping to avoid a lot of that stuff. But let's be fair. My channel it's based around a toy that kids are interested in. Kids subscribe, which is fine. I'm happy to do it. Happy to be a part of it with them. Happy to maybe brighten their day if I can. And maybe this can be a part of that too. So I have no issues with that. And I do think the conversation could be something amazing. But it just needs some direction, I guess. And that's on me. There we go. We're back. Do we get some dislikes from the kids on the members only thing? I mean, that kind of stuff just motivates me to want to make it members only anyway. And maybe that will be the long-term thing. Maybe this chat works in small things. It's almost like if something gets too popular, like it's cool. Like I think this music is a good analogy for this. Your favorite band or whatever, it's really cool when you're the only one that knows about it and it becomes like this smaller thing. But when something gets to be too big, then it kind of gets ruined, But there you go. I'll get off my soapbox about all that. Let's change the topic to somebody else. Someone throw something out there. Let's talk about Roblox or something. Or whatever you guys want to do. I'll show you my engine in the meantime. That actually does function now. This is what I've accomplished in... How long are we deep into this? Too long. 30 minutes. Yikes. I blame Julius for this. He's the reason that I'm going to spend the next 40 years building this. This is just bag one. This is 1/3 of the build here. Do I plan on getting the medieval blacksmith shop? Yes. In fact, I planned on it so hard that I already did. And it's in the backlog right now. And I probably did a haul video on it, but it's probably way far back. Mete Plays says, this time don't mess the engine up. I'm going to, that never occurred to me before to not do that. Felix is demanding butter spray. If anyone could help Felix out with his butter spray issue, it'd be greatly appreciated. Brickitect says, only a V6? Yeah, apparently. I was surprised. I think it has a turbo or something on it. Not that I've ever driven a Ford Raptor. I would love to. I think it'd probably be like the ultimate truck, but it is in fact only a V6. And if you're wondering how you can tell that, it's these little bad boys right here. Brad says, EcoBoost, baby. EcoBoost, baby. There you go. And let's make sure we put this on properly. Me flipping things around and flying around the stuff here, not helpful. Oh my gosh. It's going on to this thing. It's going on to this thing. Let's make sure we have this all aligned and stuff. This has to come down. Okay, I like what they did there. And then this comes through here. Holy smokes. One thing I never like to do is tear apart Technics. So I like building these bigger vehicles like this because I know I'm never going to rip this apart. And then they have this going like... What's happening here? We're moving this over. Yeah, I have that. I have that. We're good. All right, this is going to be the part that I want to show you guys, I think. After I put this on, of course. We got to put this little fan thing on here. Felix, yeah, quit demanding attention. How dare you, Felix? Felix is bad, guys. He's really bad. Here's my front end, I guess, if you will, of the Ford F-150 Raptor. It's got working steering, as you can see there. It's got an engine now. V6, according to Bricked a Lot. I'm like, yeah, totally V6, like I know what I'm talking about. What happened to the Brickitect Live channel as super speed brick? It's a good question. If you guys didn't know, I still do have, it's a dead channel now, but I had Brickitect Live, which was a place where I put all of my live streams when I was like super hardcore into live streaming. And over the years, it kind of trailed off a little bit. Like I purposely tried like not streaming as much because it was just taking so much of my time, and it wasn't the best use of my time. Over the summer, or in the spring, I guess it was, I thought, if I'm going to stream, why don't I do it on brickitect and consolidate all my audience? Because like that channel has, I think, like, it's kind of amazing. It has over 10,000 subscribers. I don't know what it has so much. I don't know what it is right now exactly because I haven't checked in a long time. But this channel is where all my audience is, and to me, it makes more sense to stream here. And the whole reason that I did that was because I didn't want the videos flooding my channel, because I was like doing like 2-3 live streams a day. Like I said, I was a little out of hand with it, and I didn't want those videos flooding my channel. So I was like, well, I'll just make my own channel for live streams, and that's just where they can all live over there. And they did, and they do. You can go back and watch years and years of streams. But I thought it makes more sense to have this happen where all my audience is, and then I can have memberships on here. So I got rid of Patreon, and I had memberships, and everything kind of just became a part of YouTube. It's much easier to promote things and have people know about things when it's visible to them. And Patreon didn't have that. So in my mind, it made sense to consolidate everything from Brickitect Live, where a lot of the Patreon streams are, from Brickitect Live, where all of my other streams are, and from Patreon, where like my memberships were, to just on Brickitect, where it's all in one place. And I think that was a smart decision. Now the streams, they kind of just go unlisted after a bit. I should have realized that then. I should have never made Brickitect Live, looking back on it now. I should have started unlisting streams and then like had a playlist where you could find all of the streams instead of creating a whole new channel, because that was a pain in the butt to redo that, and then the monetization stuff from it, trying to like get all the watch time and hours and stuff. It was a nice challenge, and it's crazy to know that I made a whole nother Lego channel that has 10,000 subscribers or 13,000 subscribers or whatever. But ultimately, I should have never made that channel. It should have just been live whenever I'm live on Brickitect, and then just either make the streams private or unlist them, put them in a playlist, whatever. So I think ultimately this is probably the best plan. And this is kind of what everyone else does too. Like, you don't see everyone that live streams creating a whole new channel for live streaming. But I don't think there's too many people that live stream quite as much as what we do here. 13.6 thousand, so 13,600. Yep, just sitting there. Maybe I'll do something with it someday. I was thinking about making it kind of like an outtakes channel, or like funny stuff, or just like unedited videos or something. We'll figure out what we do with it. Figure out something. It seems a shame to be sitting there. Just give it away to somebody. The Brickitect Live giveaway. Take my channel, do something with it that you can make it something. I'm building, how do you ask what I'm building? I'm building the, I guess I could show you the front of this, it'd probably be easier. It's the F-150 Raptor. I have a piece in there. That shouldn't be there. This is ultimately what this is going to look like one of these days. Maybe no day soon, but as we're sitting here building and chatting, we'll see what it looks like. And do I have this right? I got to quit flipping things around. I think I'm messing this up because I'm doing all these flips and crazy things, but I will get this done. Brickitect Live into Brickitect Shorts. Again, I think the shorts make more sense to have on my main channel too. Like, you kind of want, when you have a YouTube channel, you kind of want everything to kind of flow into your main channel. You don't want the stuff to be all over the place. That was the mistake that I made. I was everywhere. And sometimes it's better just to be in one place than everywhere. But you live and you learn. There's no like user manual that comes with this. There's no way to know for certain. At the time, I guess my main thing that I do with pretty much everything, including this morning show, is like what makes sense in the moment. What makes sense for me right now with the information that I have. And this is how you should make almost every decision in your life. I have this amount of information. What seems like the best thing to do? And then to make a move. Because the worst thing you can do is to not do anything. And then I just realized we can move this since Clarkman's not building over there. Make a move on something. And even if it's the wrong move, at least you made a move. Like, did it really hurt that I made a live channel and did all that stuff? No, not at all. Would it been better? Like, would I have done it differently today if I could go back? Yeah, I would. But you can't go back. And had I just sat there and been like, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything, that would have been the worst thing I could have done. Hannah says, I love seeing how the Raptor is progressing. Yeah, if you want to call that progress, it is a little bit, I suppose. I'm having issues like multitasking and trying to do things at once. I'm not very good at that by any means. And I debated whether to stream this, but I thought, what the heck? Let's do it. If I'm going to be here for an hour, 2 hours this morning or every morning, let's get something done. Try to do a little bit of everything. Am I planning on buying the Mario block? I want to build the Mario block, but I don't want all the stuff inside of it. I know that seems weird. Like, I don't want all the pop-outs. I just want to build the block and have the block on display. I don't know what I could build that for. Jack's heading out. See you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. I don't really want all the little pop-outs. And to some of you guys, just like the Jurassic Park gate thing, some of you guys are like, oh, that's the best part, Greg. It's so cool seeing all that stuff. But I just like the block. I don't like all the little micro scale stuff. But I don't want to spend $160 for that block. You know what I mean? Just to have all that stuff that I would really never use. Brick and Pop J says, Technic requires much focus. Yeah, I really enjoyed this build the most yesterday when I was building it off stream, because the stream ended and then I was just like, let me put a couple more steps on. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, and I was like, oh, this is so much better when I'm building this and it's not live and I'm not like constantly trying to check things and looking at the chat and stuff. But I think with practice, with great practice, I could pull this off. Like even right now, I'm just looking at this because it's not a place you want to make a mistake. You can make a mistake on a crater set and be like, oh, I got to go back to step 13 and put this piece on. Very easy to do. With these sets, you don't want to mess up because it's going to be very difficult for you to go back in some cases, because all this stuff kind of interlocks in ways that you're never going to come back out of it. Bricktalot says, it's that way for me on the Harry Potter set with the owl. All I want is the owl and not the other stuff. Same. But I have the little Hedwig owl that I'm going to build for Halloween. But that set, I think about Harry Potter fans though, and I'm like, dude, those guys, they're loving that stuff, like the glasses and this, that, and the other that comes with it. I just kind of want the owl though, because he's pretty fire. And I don't really consider that stuff filler, because again, Harry Potter fans, they're probably all about that life. But from a model standpoint and a build standpoint, the owl is so cool. Hey, speaking of so cool, Daniel just became a member. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Daniel. Appreciate you joining. If you want to, we have a Discord where we all chat over there. And all you have to do is link your YouTube account with your Discord if you have Discord. And you'll be instantly in. And you can hang out with us and chat and do whatever the heck else we do over there. We don't build Technic though, thankfully. That's something that we don't do a lot of. All right, I'm spinning this around. Lots of spinning happening here, guys. And this red piece is going in where exactly? Oh, what is happening here? Oh, these have to go up. Wait a minute. I think I forgot to do something on this side. That side looks good. What's going on over here? Wait a minute. No, I'm on the right side. I'm on the right side. What am I doing? Daniel, you getting me all messed up here. Do I have any interest in building the soccer stadiums? I would like to, honestly. I kind of want to build one just to see what it's like. I think I would probably enjoy it, but I don't really want to display it. I don't know what to do with it after that. I'm trying to figure this step out here. The struggle is very real. I think it's like this. Yeah, this is right. I think. Is it? No, something's off. Something is off here. Maybe it's flipped over this way. Oh yeah, it's the upside down. It's the upside down. Julius says, sorry to do this to you, Greg. Well, thank you for the super chat, Julius. Dude, you're such a generous person. I really appreciate you, man. Because, like, first of all, the reason I'm building the set right now is because of Julius. He did the super chat, and I guess the super chat is an apology for this. You know, the only people you need to apologize to are all the people that are watching me struggle with this. I imagine it's probably a painful process. And there's probably people out there that were considering getting into Technic, and they're like, oh my God, look at this build. This is brutal. Let me tell you this, guys. I'm the worst Lego builder you'll ever meet in your life. So if you think that I'm struggling with this, and that's not a reason you would get this set, don't let that be a reason, because you're a better builder than me. I don't care if you're 10 years old, you've never built a Technic set in your life. If you're not live streaming this, like, here's the thing. I should say this. I built that Bugatti no problems. Like, I crank through that. Doing it this way, I'm just the worst. So don't let this be the thing that is the reason why you don't get this set, because I think you'll enjoy it. It's just, don't let my experience deter you. Andy said, did someone say upside down? Yeah, I just had to flip this upside down. So it's sort of like Stranger Things a little bit with this set. That's what you got to watch out for too, because they're flipping this thing around like crazy, and you got to build things under it and on top. And that's when you don't want to make mistakes, because imagine trying to tear this apart now. Living in that world. The Old Trafford Stadium. Which one of those do I like better? I think I like the Manchester United one. I think that's the one that I like the best. The other one I watched Tiago's review on, and he wasn't too fond of it. So I think I would probably go with... Oh, that goes out like that. I'd probably go with the Manchester one. I'm not like tied to either team as a football enthusiast or soccer enthusiast for us American folks. So I just pick whichever one architecturally looks more interesting, and I think it's that one in my opinion. Although maybe I have to go back and look at both. But it's one of those things that you kind of build, and then what do you do with it? You got to find a big spot to put it, and without a connection to the teams, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Craggle's here. Welcome, sir. Brad says, I definitely couldn't stream and build at the same time. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm actually successfully doing it, but I'm doing it. And doing it is half the battle. All right, now we're flipping this over again. Here's what I have so far, if you guys want to see it. We've got some turny things. We've got some engine-y things. We've got a lot. So now I'm building this drive shaft, it seems, that's going to be going through here. And they're showing me some pictures. There's gears happening. Oh, sweet mother. All right, guys, everyone collectively hold your breath on this one, because this is going to be brutal. How much time do you think it'll take to finish the Raptor? How much time you got, man? How much time do you got? I think this is all going through here. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a shot. I think that's through there. It's going through the gray one. Uh-huh. And then they have this gear on the front of it. And these gears are going to align. I'll try to show you guys what this is doing. And this should spin the engine. Oh, that's a win of the morning right there, boys. G.I. Joe. Cobra. Anybody? No one's old enough for that? I know there's like 2 people here. Brad and Chris know. Maybe Andy. Chris says, hold your butts. Hold on to your butts. Botchedquotes.com. This is going to be the thing that solidifies this bad boy in here. There's all kinds of little things, pins and such. Still good? Still good. Still good. I like it. We just completed step number 63 after 2 days. Whew. Anyone else barely surviving this like me? Oh, Brictalot says it'll take 10 Kraggles to finish this set. I don't know if he means 10 Kraggles, like the power of 10 Kraggles, by the power of Kraggle, or if he means Kraggle in terms of it being a lifetime, because that's how long it takes Kraggle to finish a Lego set. So it's either a method of measurement or it's 10 of his building abilities. It could be both, because he's a slow builder and a terrible one at that. Kidding, Kraggle. What do you know? Mrs. Kraggle's here too. Welcome, Mrs. Kraggle. Thanks for stopping in. You came at the right time. We're building this here F-150 Raptor, and well, holy buckets, boys! Look at that. Got a little steering action. It keeps going further out. How about that? And then the engine moves. Lovely. Okay. All right. Hopefully everything's good there. Looks... Wait a minute. That doesn't look good to me. No, sir. That needs spun around. That looks much better now. Got ahead of myself. Let's try to lock these in, Mr. Technic, because that seems a little precarious that those are sitting out like that. Let's try to put them back in. Clark. Ooh, we got another Clark in the house. Clark E, maybe. Says, I built my dad's old space monorail and the batteries still work after 30 years. That's a tale of triumph right there. I love that. Brictalot said that he confirms a Kraggle is a measurement of time. So imagine how long it takes Kraggle to finish a Lego set. And then if you add 10 of those together, that's how long it'll take me to finish this set. I know, an incredible amount of time that maybe some of us won't even be alive when I'm finishing this set. You'll have died of old age. It's almost like the movie Interstellar when they go to the planet where time moves in a different category or different pace. And like every minute they're there is like 8 space years or Earth years or whatever. That's what it is. All right, we just finished step 65. Everything's locked in. Engine still turns. Wheels still turn. I'm feeling good. We're going to put this little bad boy across here. Always check your blocks. You guys can see what I'm doing down here. You always want to make sure that those are right. And I love how Lego puts those in there. Doug wants to know if I'm going to do the SpongeBob sets today. No, I don't think that's on the schedule for today. Now we're spinning this around. I have to share my VIP haul, I think is going to be today's video. Going to shoot that. I was going to shoot several videos today, actually. I'm ahead on the Bugatti. I was going to do my YouTube short for that for today, and then I can start working on more of that, because you know what I need in my life is more Technic building. But I'd like to get like a week ahead, so when you see week 6, it's actually like week 7 for me. That way I'm not building at the last minute. Like this last week, I finished my bag up Friday morning. Like I always like to have those shorts out every Friday, and I finished the bag up Friday morning and then shot the video like instantly. This week, though, I finished my build on Sunday, and I don't want to let it just sit for this entire week without any progress happening to it. I thought, since I'm a little bit ahead, why don't I keep going and try to make it even further ahead? So I'm going to shoot the short today, I think. Film my haul video. I'd like to do the how bad is it. I have the product that I bought for the $15 eBay Lego buying on a budget, and I was thinking about streaming myself shopping for the $20 item today, but if Clark's home, that may not happen today. We'll see how things go with him going to school, but I imagine he's probably staying home. He was pretty whooped yesterday because he got up early again, well, yesterday and today, and he was pretty low energy at school. His teacher said she had noticed, but he had a sore throat. Did I buy one of those trains? The poop train? I did. Yeah, I bought it 5 o'clock yesterday morning. $80 in Walmart. I don't know if it's still happening or not. But I bought the Sugar Shack. I bought the crocodile train for my genius mock idea that I want to do. Spent $80 to make a joke, basically. Sometimes you have to. Brick Badger, not to be confused with Brookbinder, says, my boys are waking up. Got to go. Enjoy the day, everyone. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate the conversation. Enjoy your Roblox. Just kidding. That wasn't you. Andy says, what's so hard about Technic, honestly? You're still following instructions, aren't you? You just need to use the force more. Yeah, a little bit. What's the age on this? Is this lower than 18 plus? Okay. I was like, if this is lower than those Creator Expert sets, we got a real problem here. We're good? Good on step 6, 7? It's starting to look like a little something. It looks like, hey, that might be a Technic set. We ended yesterday. It was debatable. I was like, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it, Greg. Looks like a little nothing. This piece got over here. Still on sale, Bricked a Lot. He put the link there if anybody wants the poop train, the brown one. You can get it. Chrysagle says, neither of my double VIP Halloween orders from Lego have shipped yet. Didn't you order at the last minute, though? I ordered like 8 days ago, and it came on like Friday-ish. This is the skid plate on the front of the truck that I'm putting on here. If you ordered late in the VIP cycle, you're probably not going to get your sets for a while. Can you imagine how many orders that are ahead of you? Like if they're doing them in order and you're like, hey, I'm going to order this here Lego set at the 12th hour on double VIP week. You're going to be on the bottom of the list for a while, I'd imagine, but it'll get to you eventually. It doesn't say 2 available. How's that possible? When I ordered it yesterday, I didn't even share the deal because I was like, oh man, this thing's going to be gone before I even post it. But the entire day, it said that there were 2 of these crocodile trains available the entire day. Everybody that orders feels like they're the lucky one. They're like, oh yes, I got one, baby. But no, they all had 2 left. Have I heard of Lego Chima before? No. Just the Chima virus. It's the only one that I've heard of. Became pretty popular theme in 2020 on my channel. Get in there. Go to your home. Hey. Skid plate action. I don't know if Julius is still here. I'm trying to show it off to him. Uranium says, tips for a formal writing essay. Mrs. Brickitect could totally help you with that. A formal writing essay. If I had to give you one tip, use spell check. There's your tip. Do you guys remember spell check? I don't even know if it's a thing anymore. Like, I think they just correct your words for you at this point. But it used to be a thing where you would type and then like all the words would be misspelled or whatever. And then you would click like spell check and it would bring all this stuff up in order. And it'd be like, okay, you spelled this wrong. Did you mean this? And you're like, yeah, I did mean that. Yeah, my tip for a formal writing essay is follow the directions, take your time, write well. Don't write how you speak. Because that's, I think, a common thing that kids are doing today, especially in the world of texting. You write how you speak. Like if you're going to say your, you would write why you are. But got that done. I feel good about this. I'm glad that I continued with this. Again, today I was going to be like, maybe we'll work on something else. Maybe we'll break it up a little bit. What would you guys like to see me do tomorrow? Do you want to see more of this build while I chat with you guys? Or would you prefer me to be doing something else? Maybe cleaning something up, maybe sorting something, organizing. All of these things could be done. This just happens to be the thing at the moment that I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work on this. If you guys would like me to break it up a little bit so we're not doing a Technic build every single day, that can make a lot of sense. I'm going to try to get a thumbnail together for this series this morning too. Just something that's a little more eye-catching than me just sitting there like this, like at 4:59 taking a picture so we can start the show. Maybe we'll do something like that, and then it'll just be like a thing that you can see every day and recognize. Because ultimately, I'd love this to be the reason that I do it so consistently, why I do it at 5, because I could just do this like whenever I come down, but I want it to be kind of something you can count on. I had a few people comment yesterday that, no, they missed it because they forgot it was 5 a.m. or forgot that the show was on. But if we always do it at the same time, YouTube notifications won't really matter so much because it'll be like, well, I know what I do at 5 o'clock. I don't need YouTube to tell me, or whatever time it is for you. I know it's a little different for everybody. Could be 10. JJ Lego's going. Thank you for coming in, man. If I'm still going, you can come back. You can rejoin. Enjoy your shower. Get clean. Chris says, thank goodness, those thumbnails are scary. I know. I wonder how many people I'm scaring away with my scary thumbnails. 5 o'clock Greg is not somebody that you want to be around. He's a scary dude. If anyone has any Photoshop skills or can make like a really great 5 o'clock Lego thumbnail for me, message me on Instagram or just send me one. Maybe I'll use it. Don't put too much time into it though, because I might not use it, and then you'll be sad. Mrs. Craggle says, I was busy working yesterday and not so busy today though. Well, Mrs. Craggle, the stream yesterday, it was sorely missing you. Your husband, on the other hand, not so much. But you, yes. We're happy to have you here today. Craggle says he was thinking this was Sam Lego as well. Yeah, I mentioned this last week. I had someone comment on one of the streams after it was over. He's like, I didn't realize this was 5 o'clock Lego. This entire time I've been reading this as Sam Lego. And I thought that was kind of funny. Because it does look like it. It looks like Sam Lego in all caps. Hello, I'm Sam Lego. And today we're building the Technic set. Brad says he has to go. Oh my goodness, we're losing everybody. People getting showers, Brad getting home, going to sleep. Thanks for coming in, Brad. I appreciate you being here in 5 a.m. Lego. I'm losing my voice. We got to stop. We did cross the 6 o'clock hour, though, so we're now at 6 a.m. Lego. Thank you to the troopers that have stuck with us and survived all of this with me building Lego Technic. You're good people. The question is, can we finish this bag today? I think I'm going to shoot for it, guys. I'm going to shoot for finishing this bag. I want a little bit of an accomplishment to happen here. I want to hit a milestone in this. So if you're with me, let's do this. Let's get this done, baby. Donut Guy says, the thumbnail for this live stream looks like you're disgusted at a Lego set. Well, maybe I am, right? I could be. I want to give you some mystery. You have to click on the video to be like, is he disgusted? Is he admiring it? Is he just looking at it like I hate your guts? I don't know. What's he building? I just joined the Technic Raptor set. I got to start putting that in the description or something. But yeah, we're getting there. Here's what it looks like so far if you did just join. I know we got new peeps coming in all the time. That is what it looks like. Making some progress. Scaring billions of people. Yeah, I wish billions of people saw my thumbnails. Because maybe like 6 of them would click it, right? Out of billions? You think the probabilities would be there that somebody would watch, right? Serving billions every day. I do wonder, say YouTube showed a random video to 1 billion people. Like it came up into 1 billion people's feeds, which I'm sure has happened with certain videos. How many people would actually click on it? Probably quite a few. Yeah, I am building. This is a dinosaur. This is the torso, the horsepower. Daniel says, how do I join Discord? I can't remember. Have the app. If you're on Discord, you should be good to go. Let me make sure I have this all right. If you go to my community tab, there's a tutorial there on how to link your Discord with YouTube. You just have to go to my community tab. That's on like the main page of YouTube. If you scroll over and go to community or slide over, or whatever you do, you tab over to the new page and you click on the community tab. There's a little short YouTube video showing you how to link them. Or if anyone else can remember how to do it, help Daniel out there. But I think it'd be pretty cool if this was a dinosaur. Have they built a Technic dinosaur yet? Maybe that needs to be the next Lego ideas. A Technic dinosaur. I don't know if you could get quite the detail that you're looking for in a dinosaur as you could with Lego bricks, but it'd be kind of cool to see. Be like a robo-mech. You could make Mecha Godzilla. Chris would freak out. More pieces are disappearing. This would be a cool time lapse. This would actually be a better time lapse than a live stream, I think. If I grab the right pieces here. Jack wants to know if he's the only one that's been here from the start. I bet you are, actually. You're the only survivor. It was a valiant effort. Oh, Sugar Shack. I gotta put these pieces in. If you were here from the start and you survived this whole thing, you are a hero. It's quite incredible, actually. Because the struggle is real. Chris says, take my money, make my Mecha Godzilla. Oh, Lego just heard you say take my money, so that means that they're not going to make it now. Sorry, Chris. You messed up. You done messed up, Chris. Oh, Sugar Shack. I wasn't supposed to push that in the whole way. You forgot the one important element. Lego doesn't want you to have the thing you're interested in. If you tell them you want something, you have to use reverse psychology with Lego. You'd be like, yeah, I don't really want to. I don't really want to 501st Battle Pack. Kind of lame. Kind of stupid. Like, who would buy that? They're like, here it is. Then you got them. Miss Craggle said she would buy a Technic Mecha Godzilla. You should make it a mock. Send it to Lego Ideas. You could be famous. It gets 10,000 votes. Everyone loves it. Lego's like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. No thanks. We have a couple of people that have been here from the start. I'm building a Ford F-150 Raptor. I'm building a Raptor. I should probably retitle this stream. Working on the Raptor still. It looks like I'm just building some Technic here, but it's so much more than that. I hope I have all my pieces right. That's looking good. I'm going to get to the end of this and probably have some pieces left over and wonder what happened in my life. We'll end up having to tear this whole thing apart to try to figure out where it is, where it goes. I'm committed to that. I'll do it if I have to. If I can get these pins in, that's where the struggle is. That one doesn't want to line up just right. Jack's going to bed. Well, good night, Jack. Enjoy life in Australia. The Australian detectors are out in full force today. I am thinking about retitling the show, though. Something I've been thinking about since I started it. I'm like, I like the concept of 5 a.m. Lego. I mentioned this before, but it's like, it's only 5 o'clock for me. For most people, like Jack, for example, who's going to bed right now, it's not 5 o'clock. I've considered calling it the brickitect morning show, because that could be a thing. But for some people, it's not even morning right now. I used to have a show called Good Morning Brickitectors. We could bring that back. I might do a poll, actually. I might do a poll and see what people like. See what makes the most sense. Let me know what you guys think. The people that are here. You guys are the ones watching it. So you're the most relevant people to ask, I guess. Do you like 5 a.m. Lego? Or do you like the Brickitect Morning Show? Or do you like Good Morning Brickitectors? I think it depends what era you're from of the series. 11 p.m. in New Zealand. Dang, you stayed up just for this? Appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys watching. If there was nobody here, it'd be hard to justify coming down here. But I think over time, this could become something. I think we could grow this into something pretty darn cool. At this time slot, might be a challenge. But there's people out there. Let me make sure I have this all right. The brickitect show. That wasn't one of the options. Brickitect morning show. Good morning, brickitectors. Or 5 a.m. Lego. Which ones would you guys, what would you like to see? Do I have this right? Is this just sitting in here? Yeah, I think it's right. Okay, we're just going to have faith that it is. Hey, we got a super chat. Random Pleb says, me when I donate. Well, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. Pat likes 5 a.m. Lego. Brian says, I like the idea even though it's becoming harder to watch/lurk when I have to do more of my work in the office instead of remote. Dang, office life. Breakfast detect. Hey. Cops Kid says, happy Tuesday. Well, happy Tuesday to you. Forgot that it was Tuesday for a minute. I'm like, is it? Did Monday already go by? Apparently it did. Brian says 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Lego would probably work better for me. Maybe we should do a test. I can't talk about it here, though, because what'll happen is all of the Australian detectors, they get upset anytime I talk about moving the time. They're like, no, Greg, don't you dare. I think ideally for me, Jose says I should call it, this is alive, get over here. I think like 6 a.m. would be best for me. I'm curious to see, like we might do some analyzing of some data here. And we'll see what makes the most sense. I like having fun with things like that. Brian says, office really isn't bad. Got my own private office, nice setup, air conditioning. It sounds like you've won life's lottery in terms of offices. If only you could sneak some 5 a.m. Lego there. Because that's what you need in your day, right? Listen to me talk about random stuff. 5 a.m. Leppin. I don't know if that one's going to work. You know, I should get away from using the word Lego in my thing. Because why, like, say this becomes epic. Because it inevitably will, right? I don't know if I want the word Lego associated with it. In the same way that most Lego content creators don't have the word Lego in their name. I kind of like the brickitect morning show. It's descriptive, but not overly descriptive. It says what it is, but it doesn't say what it is. What is a morning show? Is it a talk show? Is it a build? Am I interviewing someone? Maybe. It could be all of these things, right? It's all encompassing. Is it at 5 a.m.? Hard to say. That is the one thing 5 a.m. Lego has going for it. Although, again, it's only 5 a.m. for a small group of people. You're seeing my conundrum here, right? Yeah, Rose says this time works for the UK watchers because it's mid-morning here. Yeah, it's usually about 10 a.m. for you guys when I start. The people it doesn't work for are the US crowd, which happens to be where most of my audience is. But I like that 5 o'clock hour. We'll see. Diesel Harvey says, say hi to me again. No. Okay, I'll do it. No. Brick talk. Oh, no. Brick talk. That's interesting. We'll ponder it. Oh, here's my thing. I'm working on like a whole nother thing. I forgot I should be updating you guys. We have 2 things now. We went from 1 thing. We now have 2. If you're just tuning in, because you can't tell from what I'm building. This is the Lego Technic Ford F-150 Raptor. This is a gift from King Julius in the chat, or Julian. I'm not sure if he's here this morning, but he sent this over to us. Or he was here earlier. He sent us a super chat apologizing for sending this. But This is a nice gift, and I was crazy enough to decide that I'm going to try building this on a live stream. Mistake possibly, but I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys and chatting. So I think I'm just going to keep going. I didn't really get much of a response on what I should do tomorrow. You guys just going to leave that up to me? Whatever I'm feeling. We're going to do some organizing. We're going to keep building this set. I don't think this show is always going to be a building stream. Oh, Julius is here. He says, Daily Grind Show? We could call it that. Might get some interesting people clicking on that one. The Daily Grind. Okay, we good? We good? I think we're good. Let me double check this, guys. We just got to step 97. I think I have this all good. Holy smokes. It's all good. If I get to the end of this and I don't have any pieces left over, I'm going to be so happy. You're going to see me just at my peak. Holy smokes. Papa Bear is here. Papa Bear, good morning at 3:18 a.m. in California. Dang. Thank you for coming in, man. I'm sorry this show's so early. I got your message yesterday. I saw your comment. And I'm feeling bad. I'm like, dang, there are peeps out there that really do want to see this live, and it's just so darn early for you. I'm sorry, man. I appreciate you being here, though. Papa Bear said, it's rough. Well, maybe I'm going to have to do a mid-morning show I'll just do a show called For the California Peeps. And we'll see how it goes. I think quite possibly the best name that we could go with. I don't even think it's a debate anymore. Brickadoodle-doo from Scouse and Gibb. Oh, man. Why didn't I think of that one? Brickadoodle-doo. Well, people wonder about me, though, if I title one of my streams Brickadoodle-doo. And then I need to find a Lego chicken to be my mascot. Or a rooster, I should say. I actually kind of like that. Brickadoodle-doo. There's some creativity out here in this chat, guys. Your talents are being wasted at 5 a.m. while I'm building a Lego set. You guys could be doing so many awesome things with your life, making amazing titles for shows. Instead, you're watching me sit here and build this Technic. I appreciate that. Nicholas asks, any advice for AFOLs running out of shelf space? Yeah, I got some advice, Nicholas. Break them down, baby. Breaking it down with brickitect. That'll be your morning show that you do. You got to prioritize. You got to decide what's what. Or either that's option A. Option B, which may not be an option, get more shelves. Eventually, though, you will run out of one or two things. You're going to run out of money or you're going to run out of space. Sounds like a space is an issue. So I would look at your sets and decide, okay, I really love this one. This is a 10 out of 10. Like, you got the Lego Batmobile. It's a 10 out of 10. You got the, I don't know, give me a set to make fun of. You got the Iron Man helmet on the same shelf. Sorry, Iron Man. You were an easy target. You had to choose between two of those for your shelf space. You got to choose the Batmobile. But then, like, you also have to decide, like, what is your style? What are you collecting? So most of all, you just got to figure out what your priorities are. Break down the things that you don't absolutely need to have built. And display the things that you really love proudly. He says, bit of both, but space, yes. Welcome to the Lego Collectors Club. The place where we all run out of space eventually, even if you have like a brand new house that you just bought. And you're like, oh, this is so much space for me. So much space for activities. Boom. You run out of space eventually. It's just going to happen. I break down most of my stuff, and I've kind of gotten into the routine of kind of just buying and building sets that I plan to have on display. Because it's not really fun when you build a set and you're like, okay, I built it. That was neat. Tear it apart. But for us, like, we're kind of sharing that experience. Then we're making videos on it. So it's kind of, it's worth it in that regard. But it is a bummer to always have to tear stuff apart. If I had like a big warehouse that I could keep dust free, I think it'd be really neat to... How's this going? Oh, down here. I see what you're doing. I think it'd be really neat to have everything just kind of built. I remember BFAB, he would show the floor of his room. Like he didn't have shelves, but he had a floor. And his entire floor was covered in Lego sets. He had this wooden floor and it looked so darn cool. Like I really loved it. But obviously that's not sustainable. After a bit, you're eventually going to be to the point where you're like, oh crap, I don't have anywhere to walk anymore. Javier says, got to get bunk beds. Yeah, that way you can build yourself up in the air, and then you just remove the bottom bunk bed, or put all your sets on the bottom bunk bed. Or you put all the stuff on the top bunk bed. You got to start using your vertical space. Maybe that's the advice that we have for Nicholas. He's got to create almost like a New York City style room where he walks in the center of it and everywhere around him are shelves all the way to the ceiling. And he can just he goes in, he turns around in his room and he can walk back out, but he can't do anything else there. There's no more building. There's no nothing other than just admiring. Then he could keep buying and collecting sets. Maybe we could have enough room that he could have like a little chair in there. Go to your home. Just so he could sit down for a moment and just be like, wow, I built all this stuff. And then he realizes he's trapped in there and he can't get out. He lives alone. He's screaming for help. No one can hear him. He ends up starving to death inside his Lego room because the door got shut when a bunch of sets fell against it. And that was the tale of Nicholas. Tragedy, really. The man who had too much. Miguel says, gotta head to Horton's for something better than Starbucks. Be back soon if you're still alive. It is 6:24. We'll see, man. We'll see how things go here. Enjoy your Hortons. All you Canadians, you love your Tim Hortons. Is it good? Or is it just hype? Because to me, Starbucks isn't that good. There is one drink they have there that I really like. I don't like coffee though, so I'm probably not the person to listen to for coffee advice or any advice for that matter. But I really love their like frappuccinos, which are basically just like dessert drinks. They're cold. And they have like this mocha cookie crumble one that's just amazing. Like when you're drinking it and you're like drinking up little cookie bits, that's the life that I want to live. That's the coffee for me. Most of you guys that were like, you're probably serious coffee drinkers. And I can respect that. Don't take my coffee advice. But if I had to get something from Starbucks, that would be the one. Well, we're going together here, boys. Okay, it's together. I've got a few pieces left. I'm getting nervous because, we're going to get to the point where there's pieces left over, although maybe not. I don't like seeing this piece here. Let's do a little test here. I'm hoping that's a leftover. All right, so that's that step. And that's for that step. I don't think we should have this left. This seems sketchy that we shouldn't have that. Let's go back through before we finish this, because this is probably about to get really solid. Let's go back through and see where this is supposed to be, because it seems weird that I'd have one of these left over. Is it common to have one of these left over in Technic? Oh my gosh. Chris says Starbucks has a strawberry refresher with lemonade. Oh, yes, please. Let me just go back through here. I'm going to look for a step that has a single one of these little bad biscuits in it. There's 2 in this one. And I would have put both of those in, obviously. Maybe it's an extra. We could just assume it. The whole thing falls apart when I'm done. It's probably like step 1. They're like, yeah, Greg, you done goofed. Yeah, all the ones that are symmetrical. I wouldn't have forgot just one of those. It seems odd that I would forget one. Sorry, I hit the microphone there, folks. One of the downsides of doing a show with a microphone is you sometimes hit said microphone. There's 2 of them in here. I would have put both of those on because there's no other way. Please tell me it's an extra. The engine, that's where I started today. Maybe it's something I did yesterday. It can't be. It can't. It just can't. I'm all the way back to step 16. And there's, oh. No, I would have put that on. There's one on step 3, but I wouldn't have been able to build the rest of the build without it. Seems weird I have that. What do you think, guys? Is that an extra piece? Because I just went back through to the very beginning, and that piece is right there. And there isn't another one of those for a while, it seems. Let's go back through. We'll go look. I feel weird having that. That seems like too substantial of a piece to be left over. I almost wish Lego wouldn't give you any extras. I know that kind of sucks, but how often do you really need those extra pieces? It's not there. Engine, I put all of those on. There were 4 of them in the front of the engine, and they're all there. I can see those. There's 2 on this step that are on the front of the engine, and they're both there. Indeed. Let's continue on, see if we can find another one. Morgan says, watching from the school bus. I hope you have a good day at school today. Hope the bus is treating you right. There aren't kids being all goofy. Hope you don't have any extra of these little orange doodads. I think I'm going to chalk it up as an extra, boys. There's 2 down there. I mean, I couldn't do this part of the build without having those in there. It'd be impossible. But it's all symmetrical outside of that one. So I guess if I look at it and I don't see one that's like sticking out to me, then it must be an extra. Anyone have this experience with this set? That you'd have an extra one of those little orange things? There's 2 there. I'm looking all around the inside. There's 1 there. That's supposed to be that way. Yeah, dude, this looks good. I'm going to chalk that up as an extra. It looks good. There's not one missing anywhere. And everywhere I looked at the steps, it seemed like I had them all in there. There's 4 in the back. Yeah, dude. We're good. Let's finish this. Finish him. Let's go back. I'd say as long as it doesn't fall apart, we're in business. There's 2 there. I'm still looking, though. Yeah. So weird. Use it to upgrade your brick separator. Genius. You guys ready for this? Never before seen before. The upgraded brick separator. Thank you, Nicholas. He may be running out of space, but he's not running out of genius ideas. Okay, did we go too far? We got to finish our last little step here. Last 2 steps. 2 steps this time. Hello, can we go? All right, that one's going there. I guess I probably won't know till the end because I think, is it Bricklink? One of these websites, they show you which extra ones you have. That's going down. Or which extra pieces you should have. I won't know till the end, though, because if they say there's an extra orange one of those things, maybe someone could look that for me. Hopefully there's supposed to be one of those. So we got that on. This is giving it some rigidity. Try saying that word at 6 o'clock in the morning. Got that in. And we'll put this last little doodad in here. Good. Excellent, Smithers. Now we spin her around. We do the same thing to the other side. We knock that down. Try to fit this on the best we can. And it's in. Put this little biscuit on. And then last piece going in. There it is. Okay. Assuming those are 3 extra pieces that we should have, here is my lovely. Let me actually get you the full thing here. Here's my lovely little truck as it stands. As you can see here, we have steering. Trying my best to show this to you guys. Everything's mirrored, so it's really hard to do. So the steering works, and you can see all the gears in there that are turning that, hopefully. 3 different gears to turn that just in that one spot. Our engine, this is the drive shaft here, and as you can see, we got the engine moving. All the pistons are firing as they should, and that looks really nice. The body's starting to come together. I think it's going to be a bit longer than this, I would say, because you still don't have the back suspension on yet, but you can start to see what it's going to look like. So this is where the front wheel is, and then the hood's going to be here, obviously, and then we'll get into like the cab of the truck. But if I show this to you, here's what it's going to look like, and here's what it does look like. So that was 2 days of building. I feel kind of proud about that. I know some of you guys are like, dang, Greg, that took you 2 days to do, but hey, man, I was able to chat with you guys and to do this. And I'm feeling good about that. So we're 1/3 of the way through the build. I like the way it's looking. It definitely, it kind of feels, let me switch this over. It kind of feels like a little bit of an accomplishment, I guess, when you're sitting here with pieces. You're feeling a little discouraged because building technique isn't your forte, and multitasking certainly isn't. But when you're sitting here like chatting with people and streaming, and somehow you're able to reach a milestone like this where you complete a bag of this, and hopefully all the pieces are right, everything is good. It's a good feeling. It really is. And I do appreciate you guys being here with me for this. Oh man, Kegos is proud of you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna keep it live for a little bit. Why don't we hit the let's hit a couple more minutes. If you guys have any rapid fire questions, I know I'm trying to do the chat and all this at the same time. We can chat about whatever you want, literally whatever you want. So if you're one of the younger guys and you had a question earlier about something that's completely unrelated to anything at all, go ahead and throw it out there. I'll be happy to answer it. And I'm going to do that while I put stickers on Clark's set, because I think at 6:34 a.m., I think we're at the point now where I can do stickers. And it's legal at this point. Let's move this over a little bit ski here. Need a cameraman. We're still going strong. Andy, yeah, thank you guys for being here, man. It wouldn't be a morning show or a 5 a.m. Lego or Good Morning Brickitectors without somebody here to watch it. And I appreciate you guys being here and keeping me company while I struggle my way through a Technic set. I think we might make this a thing, guys. All right, so we're at 46. Basically, I'm just wrapping this entire car in stickers, the whole side of this thing. 46, 42, 39, and 34. All going on. My goodness. Oh, Papa Bear says he posted the extra parts about a minute ago. Let me go look. Oh, good. Okay. Papa Bear said they had an extra one of those. He's watching a speed build. Thanks for doing the recon on it, dude. I appreciate that. Craggle says he's not still here. I appreciate that, Craggle. Glad you didn't stick around. I know you're still here. As many bad things as I say about that Craggle guy, he is a classy fella. He's a good man. Believe it or not, I know that runs contrary to anything you've ever heard anywhere about him, but he definitely is. Oh, you guys want the sticker cam? You want the sticker cam, don't you? You guys, you need this in your life. We really need to work on our B cam action here. I'll give you guys a sticker cam here. Andy wants to know, now that I opened the can of worms, do I like spray butter? I don't really. I think I know the spray butter community is strong out there, but I'm pretty sure that's just like cancer in a container. I'm pretty sure it's like one molecule away from being plastic. So if you are a spray butter enthusiast, not a fan. Sorry. You might have to unsubscribe. Craggle, buddy, like Mrs. Craggle might be watching. Don't tell her about what's going on here as I put stickers on. Make sure we're all aligned here. You know, oh gosh, you know what? These stickers are having the same issue that the Volkswagen camper van has, the new one. They're not the same color. It doesn't really show up there, but in real life, they don't quite match, and that's kind of triggering. Let me show if I let me shiba tapatow shipata. I don't know if you can even see it over here. Probably not. Let me hide myself. You can kind of see there, they're not quite the same color, kind of triggering a little bit. GoPro does have favorable colors, but oh, Mrs. Craggle said she's still here. Even better than Mr. Craggle is Mrs. Craggle. Oh, we got some goofy kids on Morgan's bus. Man, I walked up to the bus with Clarkman the other day, and it sounded pretty crazy on there for morning. You wouldn't think mornings would be too wild, but they were going kind of crazy. I can just imagine what afternoons on the bus are like. I'm thinking back to when I rode the bus. Just wild. I don't know how these bus drivers do it. Yeah. Oh, man, these stickers are looking jank, especially considering they don't go the whole way across the piece. Not a big fan. Paul Bear says, just walked into my studio to edit this week's podcast, and the heat is cranking. We turned the heat on, too. It's starting to get cold outside. The time has come, I guess. Fall is upon us. I know some people try to stay hard, and they're like, I'm going to make it until October or November or whatever, until I turn the heat on. I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. Our heat's relatively inexpensive, too. We have a geothermal heat pump system or whatever, where it just kind of takes the warm air out of the ground or the cool air out of the ground and puts it through our house. So it doesn't like, we used to have oil heat, and that would cost a fortune to try to heat with that. And he says, need some heat over here, Papa Bear. My room is freezing. Cool morning chills are back. And he's a real man. Should I do this step for Clarkman so I can put these stickers on for him? I think I should. Here's my sticker application. Oh God, that looks so bad. When they try to do a solid black line, and you can tell like the alignment's off too. And then like that middle one, if they could have made it wider, it looks terrible. This is one of those sets that maybe be better without the stickers on it. But that's okay. I'll do this side for Clarkman too, so he has all of his stickers. Did he build everything right here? I think he did. These Speed Champion sets are a little bit of a struggle. Daniel says, we have fall here in Sweden like you have, Greg. Ooh, fall is just awesome. And Donut Guy says, it's summer all day long in Singapore. Okay, I'm moving. Good morning, Singapore, coming soon. Joaquin says, it's called you Joaquin. Joaquin says, love your videos. When's the next Lego on a budget coming out? I have the item here that I bought. I just have to record it. So I think today I'm going to do my haul video for what I got for VIP, which most of you that have been watching, you already know what that is, what I got. So you can probably just skip that. But I'm going to, all good here? I'm going to edit my $15 video, and then we might go shopping today. If not today, we'll go shopping tomorrow for my $20 item. It's going to continue to get a little more challenging as we go up, trying to find the perfect thing. But both of those videos will be out this week. I already did a How Bad Is It this week on that Minecraft set, which isn't, I mean, I guess really isn't, it's not a Lego set, but it's a buildable thing. Kegel says, stickers are greatest for anxiety given by Baron von Lego. I know, he needs to stop. He needs to stop with the stickers. But we do our best trying to apply them here. Clark will be happy that I have these done for him. I should just let him do the stickers on these. It's good practice. But man, once the sticker's on for the most part. And if it goes on really bad, I should let him practice on sets that aren't so meaningful. Like these Speed Champion sets, they're pretty cool collector's pieces. And they're worth some money. Like if you want to make some money in Lego, like if you're thinking about investing in Lego, just buy some Speed Champion sets and never build them and sell them in a few years and see how much money you make. You're going to be surprised. Jamie says, hello from Holland. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in Holland. I'm going to get in your guys' chat here. We're just going to go into rapid chat here. Just wanted to get these last little stickers on. There we go. Not my finest work. I do my best. I hate that little gap that's happening there. Clark is caught up. He's on step 66. So if you're wondering like the progress, this is where we're at. Clark is working on the Speed Champions Jaguar. I'm working on my Ford F-150. In fact, I could bring you guys right down here, I think. Oh goodness. Everybody's getting seasick right now. Here's what she looks like, boys. Pretty darn cool, eh? Two pretty decent builds. Oh, you guys want to see the behind the scenes? Look at this. Look at this. That's me vlogging. Anyways, I'll chat with you guys for a bit. I'm having a fun time. Save Clark's spot. Got to figure out if he's going to school today or not. Shall we go until 7? Shall we make it until the 5 a.m. detectors in Mountain Time make it here? I think we could do it. The Australian Brick says, you going to get the Toyota Supra? Yeah, I think so. In fact, I think I'm going to possibly make it a Christmas set or birthday set for Clark, man, because I think he would enjoy that one quite a bit. It's a good-looking model. Donut Guy says, I don't really have a problem with stickers, but it always goes janky because of my fingers shaking. I've seen people use brick separators. I've seen people use the sticker sheet itself to try to put the pieces on there. And nothing works better for me than just doing it like the old-fashioned way. But I do think that if you became an expert at it, using like the end of the brick separator could probably be that thing that makes you do perfect stickers. I did it like once and I'm like, nope, going back to my old ways. You know, it's like when you get set and you're just like, this is how I'm going to do this thing. And then there is a better way, but you've been doing your thing for so long that you just don't get it. Hey, Awaken Builders here. Welcome, dude. I didn't even see you earlier. I'm trying to get caught back up on the chat. Things got a little crazy here. Anyways. Yeah, stickers don't really cause me any anxiety. I do get kind of disappointed with how they turn out occasionally. Like if they're not just right. I've done a couple stickers where I put them on either like the wrong side or the wrong piece, and then to pull them back off, sometimes you do more damage than it's worth. And with stickers, sometimes you just have to be happy with how it went on. Like you do it, and it might not be perfect. It might be like a 5 out of 10 application, but you just got to be like, you know what? That's how it turned out. Don't mess with it. Don't go be like, I'm going to pull that back off and then you're going to get crinkles and stuff. Just don't. Andy says the brick separator helps him, makes my hand more steady when applying stickers. Maybe I should convert. You know, I resisted digital instructions for the longest time, but I built the Creator pickup truck using digital and I actually liked it. In this case, I just went back to paper instructions because it was handy. It was here. I didn't have to run upstairs and get my iPad. So I could do either, honestly. But in Technic, I think maybe Technic, it is better having the paper one because on occasion, like I showed you earlier, they'll have a piece like this where you can put the piece right on top of that and know the size that you have, which I think most Technic people, you can probably look at that and just be like, oh, that's a 16, Greg. What are you talking about? But for me, it's helpful, being that I've only built a few Technic sets in my life. Have you ever had stickers flaking with age? Not really, no. But the thing is, like, I haven't had any Lego sets beyond like 2013. That's when I got back into Lego. So I'd have to kind of look back into those. But I keep my stuff kind of preserved, if you want to say that. They're in bags inside of boxes. They're out of the sunlight. So it's hard to say. I would need to look at a set that's been sitting out for a while with stickers on it. I imagine after time it'll start to get pretty bad. Joaquin says, man, I hate stickers. Most of the retired sets I have kind of lost their value because when I was little, I was really bad at applying them. That's kind of why I do Clark stickers, but I do want him to get better at it. So I don't know. You got to find some balance there. Mrs. Craggle says, I put a sticker on upside down in the Ghostbusters firehouse and it was in a cabinet piece. I ended up getting a replacement sheet from Lego and then just had to rip that sticker off. That's dedication. One sticker misplaced. You're like, Lego? Lego, I need a new sticker sheet. Why not, right? It'd be kind of nice, like, of all the extra things they include, if they include an extra sticker sheet so you can make mistakes, that'd be nice. But I imagine that gets a little expensive after a bit. Or how about just print all the pieces? Even better idea. Even better. So we did Almost 2 hours today, guys. We somehow survived this. Pretty good conversation, I felt. Um, had a good time chatting with you guys. I do feel a little bad, like earlier when I kind of gave the tutorial on chat with younger kids. And I know a lot of them are like, they're just excited, and they want to be a part of it. And I totally get that. And maybe me kind of discussing it is helpful for them. I just don't want to deter them from doing something that they enjoy. Like if you're a younger kid and you're listening to this right now or watching this, don't be discouraged from participating in a conversation because you feel like you don't have something important enough to say. If you do want to ask something that's small or minor or whatever, go ahead and ask it. Don't get upset though if you are in a stream and say you're asking this thing and maybe the conversation's going in one direction. If that thing doesn't get answered, don't get upset about that. That's not something that's even worth getting upset about. But don't be discouraged either because you're a part of this. Whether you're 5 years old, 50 years old, whatever age you are, maybe even older or younger, who knows? I'm just thankful that you're here. You're here with me in the mornings while we build stuff. We get some things accomplished, like a Technic set on occasion. We get a bag finished at least. And, we just keep working towards our goals, which I guess is to share our Lego collecting journey, to get an organized space coming soon, to just do all these things that we really enjoy. And that's what these shows are for me. It's an opportunity to get up early in the day, get something done. And even when we end this stream here at 6:50 a.m. Eastern time, I just got a whole bunch of stuff done and the day is still young. There's still time to do a bunch of other things, which is what I'm going to do. So on that, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to set a reminder for yourself, you can turn notifications on. And if you happen to be up at 5 a.m. Eastern, you can tune in tomorrow because we'll certainly be here. And you can do it the next day and the next day. And just know that we're going to be here. So if you'd like to participate in the conversation, even if you just want to keep this on in the background while you're working on something else, I think that's cool. And hopefully I can provide something that's worthwhile to you to invest in. So on that, thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see all you folks tomorrow morning for 5 a.m. Lego.